Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. So in this tutorial we're going to be discussing this very simple question on the screen. Okay, so if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click on the subscription button, and apart from that, don't also forget to click on the notification button so that you don't miss out the videos that I'm going to be posting. And if you have any questions or you want to join the online lessons, feel free to contact me on any of these lines on the screen, and then I'll be there to help you. Alright, so this is the question that we have, and it's a very simple question that is under sets. So let's see what we have. So the question says, given that u is equal to -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and x is a set of even numbers that are in the universal set u. Then we also have y, which is a set of prime numbers that are in u, and then set z has also been given there. So the question says, perform the following operations. So how do you perform the operations, or how do you know what to do if you've been given such questions? Okay, so this is a very simple question. First of all, we're going to start by listing the sets, the elements that are in the sets x and y, because x and y have been given in descriptive form. So now we need also to write them in the roster format, which is like the universal set there. Okay, so let us write x and y in the roster format. So x is a set of even numbers that are in u. So before you can identify the even numbers in this set, you need first to understand and know what even numbers are. So even numbers are simply just numbers where 2 can go in without leaving a remainder. So if we say 5 divided by 2, and then the answer is 2 remainder 1, then note to say 5 is not an even number. But if we say 4 divided by 2, we say the answer is 2 remainder what? Remainder 0. So there is no remainder that has remained here. Hence 4 is an even number. So any number that is divisible by 2 is called an even number. So now let us solve this question together. So set x is a set of even numbers. So let us identify the even numbers that are in this set, in the universal set. So we have -2 there, because we know that 2 can go into -2, and the remainder is what? Is 0. So we have -2, then we have 0, then from there we have 2, we have 4, then there's also 6. So all these numbers that I've listed here, if you divide 2 into these numbers, you discover that the remainder is going to be equal to 0. So let us also list y in the same way. So set y is simply just the set of prime numbers that are in u. So what is a prime number? That is the basic thing that you need to know. Yeah, so a prime number is simply just a number that only has 2 factors. It does not only end there, but you also need to know that there is a condition attached to prime numbers. These are supposed to be natural numbers that are divisible by 2. So what are natural numbers? So natural numbers are simply just numbers, counting numbers that begin, when you count starting from 1 going up, then it means that you're counting using natural numbers. Yeah, so natural numbers are simply just counting numbers starting from 1. So when you start counting from 1, you say 1, 2, 3, 4 going up. These are known as natural numbers. Or you can say prime numbers are numbers that are greater than 1 and and only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. I don't know if this is the definition that I gave at first. Yeah, so prime numbers are simply just numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and itself. Or positive numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and itself. Okay, so let's pick out the prime numbers that are in this set. Okay. So the prime numbers in the universal set here, we have the smallest prime number we have is 2. So we start from 2 there. and then from 2 we have 3, and then we have 5, and then we have 6. Oh, sorry, not 6. Okay, we have 7. 7 is also another prime number that we have. Okay, so these are the prime numbers that we have in the set, in the universal set. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so now let us begin to work out the operations that we've been given down. So we have x union y. So how do we find x union y? So when we say union in mathematics is simply just the addition of two sets. So when you are adding these two sets, you have to make sure that the numbers that are common in both sets, you only list them once. So our x union y will therefore be equal to so the first, so x union y is therefore going to be equal to, we combine x and y, and making sure that we only list the common elements once. So we have -2, and then from -2 we have 0, from 0 we have 2, from 2 we have 3. These are the numbers I'm trying to list. I'm combining x and y. I'm adding up these two sets, making sure that making sure that the common elements are being written once. So we have 2, 3, and then there is 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so these are the elements for x union y. We move on to the next question there. So the next question is simply just x intersection y and then complement. So the first thing that you need to do is to know is to find x intersection y. So we have x intersection y. So we have x intersection y complement. So first of all, we need to find what x intersection y is, and then we later on find the complement of that set. So in case you need to know, or in case you want to know how to deal with the complement, how to deal with De Morgan laws, the complements and other set laws, you can simply do as this. So you can simply contact me, and then you can contact me on my WhatsApp line, and I'll send you the link that is going to redirect you to the videos where I explained all these set laws. Okay, so first of all, remember this is mathematics, and in mathematics we always obey this law. So meaning we have to start with what is in the brackets. Then what we have in the brackets there, we have x intersection y. So we have to start by finding x intersection 1, and then we find the complement of this set. So intersection is simply just listing the common elements, listing elements that are common between x and y. So when you look at x and y, what elements are common? What elements do we have in both x and y? So in both x and y, we have 2 is common there. Let me do this so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So we have 2 is common. 2 is common there. Then we also have what other element? I think there is only 2 which is common. Yeah, so 2 is the only common elements that element that we have. So we put 2 there as the solution for x intersection y. So now let us find x intersection y complement. So x intersection y complement is simply just listing the elements that are in the universal set, but they are not in x intersection y. So if I say a complement, it means that I'm going to list all the elements that are in the universal set, but they are not in A. That's what it means. Yeah, so in other words, I'm listing the universal set minus A. So the universal set that I have is -2. This is the universal set there. We have -2, we have -1, we have 0, we have 1, we have 2, but 2 is present in x intersection y, so we leave it out because we are trying to find the complement of this set. That's what this question is telling us. So I'm going to skip 2 and then I'll go to 3. There is 4, there is 5, there is 6 and 7. So this is what we have as our x intersection y complement. Let us now see how we can find x intersection y minus z. So this symbol is simply just the set difference, which is also read as minus or minus z. Okay, so let's do that together. So we have x intersection, then we have y slash z. So what this means, or what this or in other words, we can write this as x intersection, then we have y minus z. So now this y minus z, or let me say if you have a minus b in sets, you can write this as a intersection b complement. That's what it means. So if you have a minus b, this can also be written as a intersection b complement. So y minus z is simply just y intersection b complement. So we have so what I'm trying to say is that can be written as x, and then we have intersection there, open brackets, then we have y intersection z, and then we have complement there. So that's what it means. Okay, so we have this so we have this y intersection z complement. So remember, I said as long as you're dealing with mathematics, you need to obey this law here, which is body mass. So this one states that we first have to start with what is in the brackets, and what is in the brackets there, what we have in the brackets there is y intersection z complement. So that's what we have in the brackets, y intersection z complement. So in this set, let me do this. So in this set, or let me just write it down. So in this set, we have another new thing there which we need to find. We have z complement there. So we first have to find what z complement is. And then when we find z complement, we intersect it with y. So I'll find z complement this side. Okay, so let me just write the question again. So I accidentally deleted everything. Let me just write the question. Okay. So I said x intersection y slash z. This is just the same as x intersection y minus z. So y minus z, like I said, y minus z is simply just the same as y intersection z complement. So if this is what you have, the first thing that you need to find is what is z complement, and then you come and intersect it with y. So our z complement is therefore going to be, so z has been given to be -2, 3, 5 and 6. So we write whatever that is in the universal set except what is in v. So I mean z. So in the universal set we have -2, but we also have -2 in z. So we don't have to write that because z, I'm sure you've seen the set that I'm talking about, is equal to -2, 3, 5 and 6. So now we have -1 in the universal set, and then we also have 2, because 2 is not part of z. We're writing everything that is not in z but in the universal set. So we have 2, we have -1. Oh, there is also 0, so let me write 0 here. There is 0, there is 2, there is 4, and then there is 7. So this is our z complement. So now we have to find what y intersection z is. So meaning we have to combine the set y here, rather not really combining, but we have to find what is common between the set y and z complement. So the common elements there we have are simply so the common elements there we have there is do we have -1 in y? We don't have. Do we have 0 there? We don't have. Do we have 2 there? Yes. So I'm going to write 2 there. Sorry. Then there do we have 4? No, we don't have y. We don't have 4 in y. Do we have 7 there? Yes. So we also have to write 7 there. So the common elements are simply just 2 and 7. So now let us find what x intersection y minus z is. Meaning we're combining this set, or finding the intersection set or the common elements between this set and x. So set x is simply just -2, 0, 2, 4, 6. So let us write that. So we have x intersection y minus z. So y minus z is 2 and 7. Now let us combine it, or let us find the common elements between this set here and the set x, this set here. So what is the common element there? What are the common elements there? So we have in x we have 2, and then we also have 2 in y minus z. So we have 2 there. So 2 is common. Do we have 7 in x? We don't have. So 2 is the only common element there. So 2 is the solution to that. So let us quickly do the last part of the question, which is asking us to find the cardinality of x union y. So when you've been asked to find the cardinality of any given set, the cardinality is simply just the number of elements in that given set. So when they say find the cardinality of x union y, they are simply asking you to find the number of elements in x union y. So first of all, we need to find what x union y is. So x union y, sorry for that. So I said what is this now? Okay, so I was saying the cardinality of x union y, simply just the number of elements that are in x union y. So what is x union y? So let us first find what x union y is. It's just that I've deleted it. That was the first question that we found. So x union y is simply just found by combining x and y. So when you combine x and y without repeating the common elements, we have -2, we have 0, then we have 2 there, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6 and 7. So the cardinality of x union y is therefore going to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. So the cardinality is simply just the number of elements that are in a given set. So here we have 8 as the answer. Alright, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click on the subscription button, and then if you have any questions, feel free to contact me using any of these lines on the screen. And if you want to join my extra lessons, you can also contact me using these same contacts on the screen. And please don't forget to click on the notification button there so that you don't miss out the videos that I'm going to be posting every time. Okay, see you in the next tutorial video. Shalom, shalom.